Hello and welcome everyone. Have you ever wondered how Orchard Core's content parts let you build reusable modular content blocks, all with clean C# code and no admin side clicking? So in this video, how to create a custom content part in Orchard Core .NET 9 programmatically, I will show you exactly this. So you will be creating a fully functional custom content part, and let's see what I mean. So this is, as many of you who are already accustomed to or familiar to Orchard Core, this is an Orchard Core website. It is named Kaushik's custom. Sorry for this typo. Costume. This is custom content parts, and I have come to this content parts from here. So content definition, content types. These are content types, and I'll tell you in short what is the content part or what is content type. So content parts. Now, if I search for with my custom, this is the custom part that I'll be creating programmatically through migrations. Okay, so I will not be using create new part which is already there in the admin UI, but I'll create this content part. So this my custom content part is already created programmatically. Now, what is a content part? So content parts are reusable components that can be attached to multiple content types. Think of them like plug and play building blocks for your content models. So content types are, you can say, blueprint from which content parts are generated. Once you define a part, you can attach it to any type and reuse it across your site. Okay, so if you now let's go to the Visual Studio and start building. So before even moving to Visual Studio, I would like to show that you can even edit this my custom part which was created earlier programmatically. You can edit it, you can edit templates, edit placements, and technical name is my custom part, which has come from code, and display name is also come from code, and description as well. You can add fields, like these are the fields available, and this is content field. So these fields are actually, this tell you in more detail, it describes content parts. There are lots of fields that can go in one content part. So it is, you can say it's a subset of content parts, or otherwise content parts, these fields make a content part. You can create this HTML field, link field, etc., save or cancel. All right, so without spending further time, let's dive right into the Visual Studio. Now for this project, let's use the command line interface. So I have opened my file explorer to the destination where I'd like to have this project. Okay, so I've got this command. It's open terminal. Let's open the terminal over here, and .NET New Web, which is the name is my Orchard app, or my, you can give it any other name. You can say my content part demo, and you can write a framework. Let's see. So framework NET 9.0. So guys, this is the command to create an empty ASP.NET Core project, .NET New Web, and the name of the project I have given, or this will be the solution name as well, my content part demo, and framework .NET 9.0, and click on enter. The template was created successfully. Okay, so this is already created, and then I will let's get this going, and then cd to this directory, or change directory to my content part demo. Okay, so now I've changed the directory to this. You can directly use Visual Studio to create file new project ASP.NET Core Web App. Okay, so because I want to show you and how to build it with the latest Orchard Core version, that is 2.17 in .NET 9, because it is compatible with .NET 8, but it can also work with .NET 9, and .NET 9 is the current release. I would like to show it over here. Okay, and then we'll add Orchard Core CMS NuGet packages. So this is in the agenda. Let me show you quickly what I wanted to show you in this project, what all we'll be doing to create a custom content part, create the Orchard Core web application, which you have done, create a custom module project, add manifest to the module, add required NuGet packages to the module, create the content part class, create the migration class, register the content part and migration in startup class, and add project reference in host app, because this is our web application that I have just created is the host app, and build and run the application and complete the Orchard setup in browser, enable the module features in admin UI, and verify the part in content definition. Now this part is very important to enable the module feature. So when you enable the module feature in the admin UI, then only this content part that we have created through migration will be kicked in. Migration will only be triggered if you enable it. Okay, and the way I've shown you in the beginning, it will be shown in the content part. Okay, now we need to add the Orchard Core CMS NuGet package. So double click this one, and this is the project. It is still in the project because no solution has been created. So right click it and let us open with Visual Studio 2022. That is the only version of Visual Studio that I have it on my machine. So now this is opened, and this solution with the same name as my content part demo with the project name is appearing here. And let's double click to open the my content part demo. Now I have to add some Orchard Core CMS NuGet packages. Okay, so I will change this now. .NET 9 enable. Okay, and I will add some package references. So I have them on my clipboard to make the thing simple and quick. So I just paste it, item group. So this. Now friends, now next question should be that why did I have to use these package references which have nothing to do with Orchard Core? Okay, it system.text.json, microsoft.extension.caching.memory, and microsoft.asp.core.authentication.openid ID connect with version 9. Okay, now if the thing is that we are targeting .NET 9, although Orchard Core 2.17, which is the stable latest release, was built for .NET 8, and now we are trying to make it compatible with .NET 9, which is fine, which it is capable of, but its internal dependencies pull in the older versions like system.text.json, and these versions like 8.0.5 or some other version for 8. Okay, and Microsoft.identity.web, which pulls older ASP.NET packages. All right, so .NET 9 SDK meanwhile wants to use the newer .NET 9.0.0 versions of these same libraries, but NuGet sees in the Orchard Core or YesSQL or identity.web asking for 8.x, and your SDK is resolving to 9.x. This mismatch, if you let this happen, it would throw NU1605 downgrade warnings and errors, so you will not be able to compile them. So in order to resolve any runtime possible errors, we have added these packages. Now these tell NuGet that don't downgrade. I explicitly want stable 9.0.0 versions. Use them across the board. Now this satisfies .NET 9 host project's expectations and Orchard Core needs, since .NET 9 is backward compatible with .NET 8 packages. All right, having said that, let's move to the next step. We next configure program.cs. So in the program.cs, this is a already built in, which is the minimal API, which is now of no use to us. So I'll have to use this code. So now you can see, after one clean and rebuilding, I just clean the solution and rebuild. It has all disappeared, these red squiggly lines. So now it is building. Program.cs is over. Now next step is to create a custom module project. Okay, so we'll go back to our Windows Explorer. This, navigate to the solution directory, that is here, my content part demo. So here I issue this command to create the class library, .NET new class library. So the name of the class library folder is my company.my custom module and framework.NET 9. Okay, now it will be created. It was created successfully. All right, and then I will change it to this directory, cd to my company.my custom module in a second. Okay, so cd to this, cd to this. I am into this. All right, so I will add this custom module. It was created in Windows Explorer. You can see it over here. So my company.my custom module, and I will add this as a project in the Visual Studio. Okay, so I'll copy this path and right click the solution, add project, existing project, and I will paste that path, take this project, and this will be added. So it is just with a one class 1.cs. Now I can delete this class, and it's of no use at the moment. So friends, the next step was to add manifest to the module and then add required NuGet packages to the module. So you will shift this NuGet packages to the custom module project earlier, and you will bring it down, because manifest CS file will have compile errors if I do this step first. So first thing first, let me add the required NuGet packages. So there is a slight shift from this in the learning objectives. All right, so we'll actually change this. So below the property group, I will put the item groups to have all the NuGet packages included programmatically. All right, so you can see that after having put these references, package references, framework reference, and the package references to the correct version, the manifest file, there is no squiggly lines. Okay, and it is working fine. So if you now build the application, clean and rebuild, or you just rebuild the application, it should work without any error. All right, so far so good. Then coming to this migration file, migrations class, migrations.cs under the root of this project, just like the manifest file. Let's explain this. This is the file. This migrations class is used for data migration. So this is the base class, and it derives from migrations, data migrations class, and these are the namespaces required. And this is the I content definition manager injects I content definition manager, which allows you to programmatically define the content parts, content types, and fields. Now this create async method, and this is called once when the module feature is first enabled. It's like the initial migration version. Now here you can see a few things, dot attachable. Now this dot attachable means it makes it visible and attachable via the admin UI, and with description shows a tooltip in the UI for your part. And then this alter type definition, this block, this block, what it does is, this is the title part. It is a standard title field, and see, this is for content type. This was for content part, this block, and this block is for custom content type. And my custom part is your custom content part. So this comes from my custom part, this model. It should reflect the model class's name. So it was my custom part. Okay. If you rename it or name it with some typo, it will not generate the migration. Okay. And auto route part. So auto route part, this one, auto route part handles URL generation. The order of parts in UI is managed with position. Okay. And now friends, as you see that after creating the migration class, the next step is to register the content part and migration in startup class. So we'll have to create let's go back to the code. We have to create a startup file, a startup.cs file, startup class in the this custom module. Okay. So right click and again add class. Name it startup class and edit the code for the startup class with this. So my company.my custom module is the namespace. Startup class, it derives from Orchard Core.modules.startup base. Okay, and in the configure services method, it brings the iServices collection type, and we are registering the content part by services.add content part, my custom part. Again, this comes from this model, and services.add data migrations. That is the migrations folder, that migrations class or migrations.cs file we have created, migrations class. So if you have to add drivers for display editing, you can add this, but that is out of scope for this. And we'll see in upcoming lecture how to add drivers for display and editing. Now we'll have to add the project reference of this custom module class, my company.my custom module, in this my content part demo main web host. This is the web host project, and this is the custom module. So right click and add project reference. So there's only one project ticket, and OK, click on OK. And if you now see the project file, it includes project reference. So this is relative path. So my company.my custom module, and then the project file on this project. So it is properly included as a project reference in the web host class. The final stage to run this application and see everything ourselves. So I click this green arrow and it is building, and I will come back once it builds and starts running. I'll come back for setting up this admin. It's still building. You can see over here. It takes quite a bit of time. I'll come back after the process is finished. So finally, we have come to the setup screen with this localhost 7032 port. So this is a welcome thing that everything is going hunky-dory so far. And I have to give the name for my site, which is Kaushik's Orchard Core site, Orchard Core training site. I have to give suitable name. Orchard Core, this is coming from the last time. Orchard Core, Kaushik, Orchard Core. Content part demo. Okay, and software as a service is not the right choice, either blank site or you can give some agency or the theme. And SQLite is still fine, and super user KRC home by default, it was already there. davidkaushik@gmail.com, password, I'll choose my own password. It's a strong enough password. So let's finish the setup. If everything is fine, it will finish the setup. So I get to the stage where I welcome to our studio Kaushik Orchard Core content part demo. Okay, now having come to this stage, let's browse to the admin module that we have already set. Let's see, sorry, by capitalization probably it is not allowed. So admin, so log into the admin, and this is configuration, features, and here I will search for my custom module. So it's there. Now if I enable this, it will kick in the migration, and in the content definition and content parts, we click on M, my custom. So it is there, it's already there. So I can edit it. You can see the display name is my custom and description a custom part to store additional information. So everything is working as expected. It's brilliant. You can see here that by clicking attachable check to allow this part to be attached to other content types. Okay, because this content type is the super this thing set which contains these content parts. Okay, and you can add fields as I've told in the beginning, but we can see all of these things in the upcoming videos. So thanks for watching this. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, share it with friends, and click the bell notification icon so that you'll be notified if there is some uploads, useful uploads like this in future. Thank you.